Hello everybody, my name is Wilder, and finally, all of the marriage candidates for Story of Seasons Pioneers of Olive Town have been officially announced and shown off. I know that we've already known about a few of them for a while now, but I wanted to wait on making a video about them until all of them were announced. Now that we have them all, why don't we get right into it and take a look at all of them together. Alright, so let's get started with Bridget. Our first bachelorette. Bridget is the daughter of shop owners. They own the town's animal shop. Because of this, and the fact that she's always surrounded by them, Bridget loves animals, which is good, because, you know, you live on a farm. Anyway, it looks like her parents own the shop where you'll be buying animals for your farm, so we're probably going to be seeing quite a lot of her throughout the game. And I bet you anything that because she loves animals so much, a lot of her heart events are probably going to revolve around taking care of animals as well. You know, probably talking about the animals on your farm, maybe she'll even come visit your farm, maybe she'll teach you a few things, kind of mentor you a bit, you know? Bridget is cool so far. I really like her design as well. Her clothes are really cool. But the last note about her here is that she often worries about her brother Damon, who we'll be taking a look at next. Meet Damon. He, and his real cool leather jacket he's wearing, loves motorcycles. He drinks his coffee black, and he loves to stargaze? Yeah, Damon may seem all rough on the outside, but he has a sensitive side just like everyone else. He loves to watch the stars in the night sky, and he can be a bit of a romantic from time to time as well. Now that I think about it, his rough exterior is probably why Bridget is worried about him from time to time. Despite that though, I really don't get tired of this character type. I love those characters where once you get past the rough exterior, you see the gentle and kind personality they really have. I love it, and I know a lot of people love it too. I'm sure Damon has a ton of fans already. Also, seriously, I really do love that jacket. His whole outfit is awesome. But let's move on to our next marriage candidate, whose name is Reyna. She works at the museum in town. While she likes to have fun, she takes her job very seriously, and is relied on quite a bit by the director. I'll say this now, I love Reyna's design. She's absolutely stunning. In fact, all the marriage candidates so far have had really nice designs, and trust me, the rest of them do as well. But something interesting that comes along with Reyna is the museum. It's going to be a lot of fun to check it out, and possibly get a tour from Reyna as well, you know, since she works there. She is definitely one of my favorites. But before we actually start picking favorites, let's move on. We got a lot more to get through. I want you all to meet Emilio. He's a fisherman who has a very easygoing personality. He's a bit of a joker as well, and he'll be able to make you laugh at just about anything. Emilio isn't just your typical fisherman though. He loves the sea and hopes to live by it forever. I gotta say, even with the simple premise here, they nail the character design to go along with it. Emilio looks exactly like what I just described, while also managing to look cool for how simple his design actually is. I love it, they did a great job with him. His necklace, along with the slightly unbuttoned shirt, is a really nice touch. It really brings a lot of his outfit together. I don't know, his design is super simple, but it really works. I just think they did a good job. He's really cool, and he's someone I want to be friends with when I get into the game as well. I love someone who's super chill, super relaxed, and can also joke around a bit. He's gonna be a good friend of mine, I can tell. But next up is Rin. She's a cute and shy girl who works in the flower shop. She lives with her grandfather, and she makes a note to cherish her friends. Rin is really cute. I love her more traditional looking outfit, and the fact that she works in the flower shop seems to suit her really well. She's the shy and cute girl of this game, and I really can't wait to meet her. The flower shop though, that's also interesting. I wonder if we'll use the flower shop to buy flowers as a decoration for our farm? Or if we'll buy seeds and be allowed to grow the flowers ourselves to craft furniture to customize and decorate our farm. I'm not really sure. Either way though, there's a flower shop in town and you'll be able to see Rin when you visit. So that's a big plus right there. Speaking of Rin's more traditional clothing though, I want you all to meet Iori, our next bachelor. He's a young man from a distant country who has a gentle soul. He moved to Olive Town and loves it there, saying that it's rich in nature. Iori definitely seems very cool, calm, and collected, and it's going to be interesting to get to know not only him, but also about the country he comes from. I wonder if that's what some of his heart events will be about. I'm guessing there will be at least one about his home. I'm really interested in learning where he's from though, and why he moved all the way to Olive Town. It seems like kind of a small place to move to, especially coming from another country. Like I said before, his clothes are more traditional, just like Rin's, and they suit him really well. Just like with everyone else so far, I really like Iori's design. Everyone so far has been really cool, and their designs have all been on point, which is really good. But now it's time for the marriage candidates I was waiting to get officially shown off to make this video. Starting with Lara. Lara is a tour guide for Olive Town. We actually saw her in the launch trailer. She's the one who greets tourists and shows them the sights. She takes family very seriously, which might be because she works hard to support her father, who has unfortunately fallen ill. Now, I honestly think that Lara might have my favorite design out of all the characters. She looks so cool. Her outfit is so good. I love the orange in it, which just makes the entire thing pop. Her hair, I adore that messy braid. Her design is just really, really good. She's definitely one of my favorite characters we've seen so far. Lara being a tour guide for Olive Town is interesting though. That, combined with the fact that there's a museum, makes me believe that the town is going to be a lot bigger than I thought at first, which I'm really excited for. I really can't wait to see more of Olive Town itself, because it seems like it's going to be quite a bit larger than I thought. But, on to the next marriage candidate. Meet Ralph. His design is probably the most tame out of everyone here so far, but his outfit definitely does a lot of the talking. Ralph is a ranger who protects the nature and the wildlife of Olive Town. He may be calm quite often, but if there's ever an emergency, he's the type of person who would jump up and take on the role of leader in a heartbeat. Ralph, like I said, has a pretty tame design, but his clothes definitely scream park ranger to me. I like them. It's going to be interesting to see what type of events will be related to him, since he's the one who sees to the wildlife around the town. I'm also interested in how big of an area he looks after, because again, Olive Town seems to be a lot bigger than I thought. I know that our farm is going to be made out of forest area that we clear, but it never really occurred to me just how much forest Olive Town might have. Especially because now we know that we'll have a park ranger looking after it all. I'm also wondering what he'll think of us clearing out the forest around the farm. It's time for the last girl on our list. I want you all to meet Blair. She's a very cheerful girl who lives in Olive Town and works as a waitress at the local bistro. Her dream is to one day leave Olive Town and become a star in the big city, performing for all to see. Blair definitely has a very cute and colorful design. I can tell just from looking at her that she'll probably have a really cheerful and bubbly personality, which I love, by the way. I also love the fact that she dreams of being a star. I want to hear more about what she wants to do with her life. I'm interested in the cutscenes and heart events that'll take place around her. I'm also really wondering if she might not like Olive Town too much, just based on the fact that, she wants to leave and Olive Town might be a little too sleepy to her. Again, though, this all depends on how big Olive Town actually is. Although compared to the big city, probably not that big, but I don't know. I'm also really curious about what she'll say about everything she hopes to do if the player marries her. I wonder if she'll talk about her dreams and goals in maybe a different light after you get married to her. I don't know, I really want to see that now. Anyway, last up for the guys, I'd like you all to meet Jack. Another simple design, but I'd say that it's okay given the type of guy he is. Jack is the son of the owner of the general store. He can often get frustrated with his sister for having such a laid-back attitude, but he doesn't hate her. He's also the type of guy who is always wondering what he can do for those around him. If I'm being honest, Jack isn't exactly the most interesting marriage candidate we have here, but that's fine. We have a ton of awesome designs and intriguing characters here. And who knows, maybe once we get into the game, everyone will love Jack, and we'll find out that he's actually a really cool guy. That whole don't judge a book by its cover thing. Maybe he's really awesome. But, regardless, that's all the marriage candidates for Pioneers of Olive Town. However, I'd like to just make a note here that same-sex marriage has been confirmed for Pioneers of Olive Town. So it doesn't matter who your favorite marriage candidate is out of this bunch, everyone is available to you. I'm really glad that they brought this over from Mineral Town, and I hope it stays in the series. And it looks like it's going to, honestly. There's absolutely no reason why it shouldn't be here, and I know how many people are going to be just over the moon hearing that this game included it. And if nothing else, it's always good to have more options available to the player. Speaking of favorite marriage candidates, however, if you're interested, I really like both Reyna and Lara, based on their designs alone. So it's definitely going to come down to who I like more in-game, after getting to meet them, which I am so unbelievably excited for. I cannot wait to play this game. March cannot get here fast enough. But that's going to be all from me today. Which of the marriage candidates are you most interested in? Which ones are your favorites? Let me know in those comments down below. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this video. All links are down in the description along with the names of my wonderful, amazing patrons. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next one.